It is about 9:42 Central Standard Time. Just woke up. Got here yesterday afternoon about 2:30, landed in Nashville, got a rental car, drove to the Big BG. It was really weird driving into town after 12 years of not being here. Saw Campbell Chevrolet, made me want to buy a car. Saw White Castle, made me want to buy a burger. Drove on up Scottsville Road, ran into a road called Small House Road, hung a left, drove down about a mile, saw my childhood best friend's house for sale. Kept going, hooked a right, went down another street, turned right on Kirby. Thought it sounded familiar. Drove up a bit, saw one of my childhood homes, 1606 Kirby. I'll take you by later and I'll film it. Maybe take a couple of shots. Looked to my left, saw the playground where I spent many a day. TC Cherry Elementary School. I'll take you by a little later and show you. Anyway, proceeded on up to Nutwood, hung a right, 1415 Nutwood. Got out, saw the fence my dad and I built. Good memories. Went up to the front door and knocked. Nobody was home, but a lady drove up at the same time. Thought I was getting ready to rob the place. Told her the inside scoop on her house and how the wood tongue and groove was put up in her bathroom at an angled level, and how we found Life magazines behind the wall. She was impressed. I'll go back Sunday and film the place. She's gonna let me do that. They're moving out. Then went back to my hotel, checked in. I'm here right now. High quality Days Inn. Check out the nice fabric. Beautiful, huh? Last night drove by my old friend's apartment, who I looked him up in the phone book. The place was burned down. Went by his house, his parents' house again. His mom was there, blown away to see me. He came home, ran up the stairs, didn't even look at me. Then I said, "Hey, what's up, man?" Stared me in the face for at least 5 seconds, had no clue who I was. Then he finally got it. We spent the evening together catching up. It was pretty fun. And then we went to my favorite restaurant here, Cracker Barrel. Fried catfish, fried okra, macaroni and cheese, and an extra side of fried okra. I think today I'm going to take a shower and then go to Mammoth Cave. I'll bring you along if you'd like to come. See ya.
Backwoods of Kentucky. That's where we're at. On our way to Mammoth Cave. I'm going to give you a little tour of the whole area, but just thought you'd like to see the scenery. Pretty amazing, all these trees. You just missed some of the backwoods tourist spots. We'll hit them on the way back. But man, they were selling pink flamingos, geodes, rocks, dirt, all kinds of stuff. We're now entering the cave tour zone. Grab a little lunch and we'll check out the caves. Alright, well that's not what I wrote in on, but a bunch of people did, it looks like. Welcome to Mammoth Cave Visitor Center. Man, this place is like super cool, super muggy, but never remembered it being so backwoods, rural Hicksville. It's hilarious, this place. Anyway, we're gonna go grab some lunch. I'll take you across this bridge, but stay tuned. Totally remember walking along these trails as a kid. And just kind of checking out the bridge. Used to walk across this bridge every time and just enamored by the wildlife and the tourists that didn't wash. They totally smelled. Kind of thought that was weird as a kid. I still think it's weird. Kind of stinks still. Anyway, pretty cool scenery though. You got the trees. Tour starts at 12:45. It's 11:30 now. Got some time to just dink around. Maybe we'll just do our own self-guided tour. Oh, we're in the official Mammoth Cave gift shop. It's just what I need. Mammoth Cave, Kentucky gifts. You gotta go see some of this stuff over here. Like, check out these geodes. How funny is this? Like cool rocks and stuff. Full of people selling rocks, and then you always need your miner helmet. Tons of stuff. I'm gonna just get some postcards. Maybe Waverly needs a t-shirt.
She wants you to get a salt and pepper thing.
Let's see. Maybe she needs this one. Well, that's kind of cute. Let me see. We're at the official Mammoth Cave fast food restaurant. Just looking to see what I'm gonna have here. I think I'll probably get a hot dog or a cheeseburger with some onion rings. Just waiting for Francis to cook us up some hot dogs. Don't you wish you were here? I wish you were here. I wonder if you're supposed to leave your cigarettes out on the work area where you're creating hamburgers and stuff. Thanks, man.
Yep.
And sleeveless t-shirts working behind the counter. I don't know. Kind of an interesting place. Alright, well, we're just taking a little walk before our tour begins. Wanted you to see the whole forest surrounding this area. Little path we're walking on. It's pretty amazing. You can hear people off in the distance gathering for their tour. See if you can see them down through the woods. There they are. Just this amazing forest. I wish you could feel how wet the air is right now. It is just nasty. Feels like I'm in like a sauna. I haven't seen much wildlife. Gotten some cool photos of walkways and stuff, but no deers. Probably wouldn't hang out here if I was a deer either. So many stinking people. The ever-present stump. Hey, maybe I should get a picture of that. You just missed them. We just passed this group of either Amish or Mennonite people. I don't think they'd had a bath in a couple days. But man, I was tempted to ask them if I could take their picture with me, just because we don't have as many people like that in California. Thought that would have been a cool memento for the trip. But maybe if I see them again, I'll ask them. Like out in this forest, it feels like I'm alone. Hope nobody like comes and like stalks me or something. Okay, check out this caterpillar. Finally found some wildlife for you. Is that amazing? Look at that little guy. See how close we can get. I think we freaked him out. Oh, gee, scared me. Sorry. Hey, check out this tree. Think about this. One person probably carved their initials in this thing. And now, everybody and their mother. What a waste. I better get a shot of that. That's kind of cool. Okay, well, we were on the 3/4 Heritage Trail, I think it was called. But I think that cheeseburger just kicked in. I gotta get back to the visitor center.
Evacuation does take a very long time out of the cave, and we would prefer not to have a medical incident because it does ruin your good time. So don't let somebody talk you into coming. We want you to have a good time today, and we want you to be able to complete this tour on your own. A variety of passageways. I can talk about a variety of things on this tour. History, biology, geology, you name it, I'll talk about it. Mostly we're going to talk a little bit about the history here. This tulip poplar tree is a very tall, straight tree. It's something we're going to see buried in the trail once we get inside the cave. And we'll go past an area that have some wooden boxes. We'll stop at a later location and talk a little bit about those and how important they were to the freedom that we know today.
Getting cold. Totally remember that waterfall. Can you imagine? I've been down these stairs many a time. It's so fun to go back in. It's totally cold, probably about 50 degrees, they said. Okay, we're about to enter the grand room. This is like absolutely amazing. Good grief.
Improve the family name. You know, you can just even put yourself in their place of how they felt. Coming in on a cave tour here in 1886, someone recognized Edwin as being the very famous Shakespearean actor that he was. They talked him into reciting a little soliloquy from Hamlet. So he stood up on this stage rock and recited to be or not to be. And making him even more money by taking folks into different areas of the cave. So famous, in fact, that he was given his freedom at the very end. In the meantime, people came here from all over the world and requested to have Stephen Bishop lead him on cave tours. He was a legend in his own time. And because a lot of people came from all over the world, he learned 3 different languages. He learned how to read and write. His heart was in it. And he set his mind to the task to make something good out of a bad situation.
105 feet down into the little cavern. Kind of hard to see. Whoa.
second. Okay, well, Mammoth Cave was fun yesterday. You missed the action last night. I had kind of the first get-together with everybody, and was it some restaurant, bar kind of thing, downtown Bowling Green, pretty spiffy little place. Mostly middle-aged, upper-class people, and we had this upper little room with a bar and some appetizers and so forth. It was surreal, to say the least. Saw Chad Stahl. Think of him every February 25th because we have the same birthday. Saw Steve Denny. He had packed on the pounds. Saw Katie Carrick. She had gotten, well, little implants, so to speak, and some suction in other places. And we just saw a ton of people. It was really, 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 really fun. Even some people from TC Cherry that went all the way through to high school. Gina Goff, Chad Stahl, Steve Denny, Nathan Curry. Pretty nifty. So anyway, now I'm going to give you a little tour of Bowling Green, all right? I know you are excited. I'm excited to take you. So let me just pan around here. We're at a stoplight at Scottsville Road. And you can check out the brand new Kentucky license plates. So anyway, I'll just set it up here and we'll just take a little tour because Scottsville Road has now become Mecca in Bowling Green. I don't know if that's necessarily the case, but anyway, it's got a lot of restaurants and places to shop and more restaurants and all kinds of stuff. So we'll just keep going here. Lots of hotels, Jury Inn on the right. You can see all this on the left. Arby's up ahead. That's my kind of place. The Craft Corral. Now that is a hot spot. But yeah, I just remember when Scottsville Road was just like fields going out to Greenwood Mall. And it felt like it was going to take forever. And now it does take forever because there's so many stinking lights. So anyway, I'll give you a little tour as we go down the road. Hey, don't want you to miss the White Castle on the left. I mean, that is... I gotta get one of those before I leave. Toys R Us, Burger King. Hey, look at Kroger. Big Kroger shopping center. That's not the one we used to shop at. A place called Hops and Fazoli's. This is just Restaurant Lane. I think I do remember this liquor store though, for some reason. I remember that sign that says the cheese shop. So that seems familiar. And here's Greenwood Mall. Looks like they're doing some construction. Oh, another restaurant just like White Castle. Crystal. Woohoo! All right, we'll continue down the road. Family Christian bookstores, Best Buy, Hardee's, and then I always remember this place on the right, Scotty's
It's like an auto parts place, I guess, or something, but I always remember that name. And now we're coming up to all the car places. And Campbell Chevrolet will be up here in just a little bit. Saw Troy Campbell last night. He's now running his dad's business. His dad's pretty much retired, so Troy's the big honcho, and a lot of people were calling him a big fish in a little pond. Had his own driver picking him up last night, he and his wife. And I guess we're going out to his estate today. So he's made it big in Bowling Green. But that's kind of fun. So that was your grand tour of Scottsville Road. And now we'll just kind of continue up, see what else we can come across. Take you by a few of the old houses, maybe by the university. Alright, still going up Scottsville Road, but I thought it'd be fun for you to see some of the homes. Just even with a lot of the wooded area around them. And you know what? I think I'm going to hang a right here on Covington Lane and go see where I failed my first driving test because I hit the curb in our 86 Ford Taurus blue station wagon. Here it is. Covington Woods Park. And look at this. Alright, I'm going to show you the curb that caused me to fail my driver's license, alright? That one right there. See that corner spot? I hit the curb right there. With the back right tire, I failed. Started crying. These homes are gorgeous. Gorgeous. Hey Mom, does this place look familiar right here? I think you worked there for a few years with the lady that like smoked incessantly. I totally remember coming to your office and hanging out and then going home smelling like smoke. Loved it. Running down Small House Road now. And we'll come up here to Nathan Curry's house in a little bit. Stopped by and saw him on Thursday night. He didn't recognize me at all, but he was very glad to see me, and so we hung out all night and grabbed some dinner at the Cracker Barrel. And we went by a skate park here in town that he and a buddy helped to build with the city's approval and city's kind of backing with the property and stuff. Here's Nathan's parents' house. They're actually trying to sell it right now in order to have his grandmother move in with them in a larger house. And there's Nathan's mom. She's looking at me like I'm crazy. Jason Frakes used to live a couple of streets over to the left. And then we'll turn here on Kirby Lane, Kirby Drive. Check this out. I mean, this is evangelism at its finest right here. The wages of sin is death, and the 10 Commandments on your front lawn. I think maybe I should get some of those printed up as like communication pieces and have rockharbor.org on those for us. All right, now here we go. Here's the playground that I spent more hours on than any other playground in the entire world. Right here. All right, those are the same swing sets, I think. And they took down the monkey bars over there where I broke my arm, I think. And this is, this house right here was where Owen and Deanne Crawford lived. I remember I stood across the street and threw an apple at her, hit her in the stomach, and man, did I get in trouble for that. I don't know what I was thinking. And then, 1606, Kirby, right there, grew up in that little house for a couple years. Not sure how long. Don't really remember it that much. Let's see, if we go down here and hang a ride on Liberty, Mike Morris used to live down there. His family doesn't live there anymore though. And then up here to the left is the front of T.C. Cherry Elementary. 1st grade through 6th grade, right there. Pretty exciting. So let me take you in front here. I heard Mrs. Hewitt is still teaching. They took out the wooden planters that they put in when I was in junior high that we used to skate on top of. And the place looks nice though. And down here, we used to jump off that area with our bikes and go skating down there. And then here is the pool. I'll never forget that pool. Had a pass. I would come almost, well, tons of times during the summer. And let's see here. The Bonds used to live in one of these houses right up here. Oh, I think it was that one. Maybe. Not sure. I'll turn around and take you to another house we used to live in. Alright, now this is Baldwin Avenue. So I believe the Hoyts lived in one of these. There's 112 or 11, 12 something. Maybe it was that one. I don't remember. Spent a lot of time over there at their house though. I don't remember which house it is. Okay, this alley right here, I'll never forget. I think I was in 2nd or 3rd grade, and my parents let me go straight up that alley to a store to get some chips for lunch. And so I came back down the alley to our house. And as I came back down this direction, I don't know if it was at this intersection with that street or if it was a little bit farther down, but yeah, I think it might have been back there. I didn't look to see if a car was coming. I listened, is what I told my parents, and I just got slammed on a bike by this car, and I went flying in the air, and it was no fun. All right, now I'm going to take you in the back way, the back alley, into the home where we spent the most time, here on Nutwood, and this is it to the left. And that garden, I spent many an hour weeding and doing all kinds of stuff. And there's the back of the house. And it looks like they took part of the fence down in the back part. But Dad, look, our fence is still up. We did a good job. Talk about a sturdy fence. See it over there on the right? Look at that. That's our fence. Looks like they took out part of the back part and used it as a shield for the trash there. But anyway, wanted you to see the house from the back. I'm not sure, did you put that storage shed in? It looks about that old. Dad, remember that octagon shaped storage shed thingy you were building there for a couple years and then it ended up kind of falling apart? That thing was like the coolest thing. That might have been a bad memory, sorry. Then Mrs. Flora's house was right there. I doubt it if she's still living there. And then the other people, the guy with the growth that was kind of a horse guy. All right, I'll take you around the front. Okay, Nutwood Avenue. I peddled my cheese logs and sausage logs for Little League up and down this street every summer. There's Mrs. Flora's house. And there is 1415 Nutwood. Can you believe it? I talked to the lady who lives there now, and they're actually renters on the left and top side. And I'm gonna get to come back on Sunday and do a little tour of the place so I could check it out. Looks like they took down the metal bars in front, and but the porch swings, you know, they're probably not the original porch swings, but they're there. And yeah, everything pretty much looks the same. Rock walls still falling apart like it was back then. And stairs are still painted the same color. The porch is still painted the same color. Got a new roof on it. So anyway, I'll give you a tour tomorrow of it on the inside. All right, here's a picture of the 31W bypass. There's Murray's Restaurant. I don't know if, I don't remember that, but we ate there last night and had grits and eggs and bacon and all kinds of other stuff. All right, well, we're just gonna take off here. Now, if I remember right, it might have been at that intersection right there that Dad pulled out in the snow and got the back end of that 80s Nissan Sentra, red Nissan Sentra hit. That was a scary experience. 31W doesn't seem like the hip place to eat and go shopping these days. Now look at Houchin's food stores. Houchin's. Huh. Alright, well, I'm not sure where I'm going, but I'll take you there. Okay, we are now looking at the campus of Western. Look at these big new dorms they built. Pretty nice. There's the main old dorm that I remember. And there's the basketball courts where James Putney McNary gave me basketball lessons. I don't remember that as being that enjoyable. The guy was mean. And now we're turning the corner. Here's McNeil Elementary, where, remember, all the wealthy kids went to that school. And then this is where we used to do our launch ramp to go skateboarding quite a bit. Got a new slide and stuff. And then look at this. Over in this empty softball field that used to be here, they built this gigantic softball complex. And it looks relatively new. So that's kind of fun. Then I pan over here to the left, and this is our old home. I'll just pull in here and be nosy. Dad, remember that garage? Yes. Where the Ford Taurus went sliding down in there? Hey, it looks like they took out our fence that we built. And this is the house, and it looks like they took out the whole fence that used to go back there. And then look at all this shrubbery and greenery I had to keep trimmed every week. That was a pain in the rear. I remember that little bench. They took out the basketball hoop. That's no longer here. Anyway, this house, I think we moved from here in '89, sold it for $56,000 if I remember. Oh, I remember those shrubs as well. That was a pain in the rear. Maybe I back out and go around here and see the front. Oh my goodness, went off the curb. I don't think my driving skills have improved much after failing that test. And this is the neighborhood where I did my paper route. All these shrubs I knew I had to cut. So that house hasn't really changed that much. Looks pretty much the same. Nice little house. And then this house is where the music teacher used to live, and I think that's like still her car. That's scary, but maybe she doesn't live there. But this is all my old paper route territory where I skated my paper route, and now instead of throwing it in every nook and cranny, it looks like they've got those little Daily News mailbox things. Wow, that's quite a ramp. And then, let's see, where's the guy's house? Oh, it must have been back there that I mowed his lawn. And then coming up here on the right, Becky Adams lived there. She may be home. Maybe better not knock on the door and freak her out. Then over here, Claude and his parents lived here, and I think they still live there. Because if I remember correctly, that was the car they had when we were here. Let's see. Becky Adams. Should I go knock on the door? Nah, maybe I'll see her tonight. So anyway, this is the old neighborhood. Susan Dillingham lived over there, way around the corner. And then down here, Mary Rasco. She lived down here. These houses rocked. Mary Rasco lived way up there. Anyway, that's the old hood. I'll take you up to the university now, show you around. All right, here's some more of Western. Looks like it's just a bunch of buildings to me. I think those used to be there. Obviously, they still are there. Looks like they're doing some construction up there. Seems like I remember one road, and maybe it's back there. I was learning how to drive a stick shift, and all these students were like laying out in their bikinis and stuff, and I remember totally like stalling it and doing herky-jerky action and being so embarrassed. Oh, I'm just going into a parking area. Well, I remember going to the planetarium there. So that was like in high school. I remember going to the planetarium as like a field trip kind of thing. And then we'll go up here to Cherry Hill, I believe is what they used to call it. Probably still do. And there it is. Just a big building. Cherry Hall. Listen to that. Got their own bells. Hope you're not getting sick. Whoa! Alright, I remember skating down this corner real fast and hoping that I didn't crash. And coming down this hill. Skated up here quite a bit. These little red towels in the road with WKU on them. That's kind of nifty. Big parking structure here to the left. Parked in there a few times, huh, Dad? And Mom. And here's the arena. EA Diddle Arena. And then over here is the stadium. And then the Deero Downing University Center. Let's go in and take a look. All right, we're in front of EA Diddle. Don't know if you can see inside there. You might not be able to. Oh, there you go. All the years the women's basketball team went to the NCAA, Final Four 92, Final Four 86, and 1985. Those were our years, Dad. Some other men's basketball stuff. Walked up this ramp a few times. This is something new, kind of the Athletic Hall of Fame here. Come along here and see a few people that we recognize. Bobby Rasco, know her daughter, and Clem Haskins. Knew him, huh? Played basketball with his son. And let's see, let's go over here. We know Clemette Haskins, played basketball with her brother. And Lily Mason, I've got her autograph a couple of times, I think. That was kind of fun. I think that's about it. Those are the only people I recognize. Let's go in here and take a look at the stadium. Can you believe I'm in here? Wow! This is so fun. There's the court. Looks like they've got some women's volleyball team practice. And the scoreboard. And the jerseys hanging up. Let's see. All right, Dad. I'm gonna find our season ticket seats. You ready? If I remember, I think we sat third row up and a couple of seats down. So it was right here. We had some great shots. So anyway, that's the inside of the gymnasium. Just thought you'd want to see it. Oh, they've even got a luxury suite now. Pretty luxurious. All right, looks like all the football players are arriving for their training.
Thanks, Rod.
Here's the football stadium. Get a shot of that before we pass by. Oh, this building looks new. Health and Activities Center. And we'll swing around here to the tennis courts and baseball field. Haven't really got into baseball that much here at Western. That's just a fence. You don't want to look at that. Oh, doopy. Well, look at what I found. Lambkin Park with the Mike Cobb Baseball Complex. Played just a few baseball games here and chewed about 1 million pieces of gum. That's what I remember. They used to have totem poles over here or something, I remember. Look at those dugouts. Those look exactly the same. And the red dirt. And then the nice fields up top. Seems like there was a lower field that had where kind of more the younger players played. Maybe we'll go see if we can sneak around and see that. Okay, well, we're actually back in downtown Bowling Green, and I just wanted to show you the square so you see what that looks like. Kind of has a lot of businesses and a whole park area in the middle. It's almost exactly like downtown Orange, minus all the antique shops. Just got a bunch of shops on the side here. Got the old Capitol Theater. And then we went to church over here at this church for a while. The Fountain Square Church there on the corner. There's the old City Hall or something. Dollar Brothers shoe store still here. Golden Farley's still over on the other side. And there's a bunch of bars and stuff downtown. Anyway, just wanted you to see the downtown square area. Kind of fun. They had concerts in the park. All kinds of fun stuff down here. And I'll take you over and I'll show you the front of my junior high. As crazy as it sounds, this curb right here meant so much because of the fact that we could slide on it both ways when we were skateboarding. So that was huge. Anyway, that's at a Chevron station by Junior Food Stores. And we'd love to slide on that thing time and time again, all kinds of ways on our skateboard. And then come down here a little bit farther. And there's the junior high, which used to be the Bowling Green High School. And now they've built a new junior high, but I think this one still exists as well as a junior high. And there it is. That's where I did 7th and 8th grade. And here's kind of the annex over here where the art departments and home ec was. And then I'll take you down, and this is what is the new City Hall and Justice Center, which is brand newly built. All this throughout the corner kind of looks like Gotham City. And I guess there's a jail down here and all kinds of stuff. It's the Warren County Justice Center. So it goes for quite a ways. Where I'd come and pick up my papers on Sunday morning. Every day of the week they drop them off by my house, but on Sundays, seems like I remember having to come pick them up, but maybe that's because they were running late or hadn't been stuffed yet. So that's the daily news. And then, as I remember, there was a barber shop down here. Whoop, I'm going the wrong way. Shoo! Mild problem there for a moment, going the wrong way on a one-way street. Anyway, there's the front of the Daily News. We get to see that now. There it is. This little barber shop right here is where I got my hair cut when I was a little kid, time and time again. So it looks like it's still open. Probably a different guy working there because he was in like in his 70s. That's what I wanted to show. An important spot in my childhood. This used to be a bread store. Now it's a Goodwill store. But you gotta see what's around back. The most amazing curb to skate. Look how much that drops off right there, and then look at the other side. Got kicked out by police and the bread store people here a few times. Okay, well, looks like we're heading out of Bowling Green. All the reunion festivities went great. It was fun to see tons of different people. I didn't really bust out the video camera because I didn't want incriminating evidence on all the friends who had changed their bodies in multiple ways and smoked more cigarettes than that lady who's got a hole in her throat on TV. But anyway, it was a lot of fun, and didn't get the chance to go. Let me turn down this country music that I've been enjoying so much while I've been here. Didn't get a chance to go to 1415 Nutwood and go inside. They asked me to come back on Sunday afternoon, and I went back about 25 times to get inside that place, and they never were there. They were moving that weekend, so anyway, didn't get the chance to do that. But hung out with Nathan Curry a ton, and that was a great time. We hung out pretty much every day, and last night we grabbed lunch at the, yesterday we grabbed lunch at the Cracker Barrel. That was my second time at the Cracker Barrel, and I've resisted going back a third time because I'm going to go to the Cooker here in just a few minutes for lunch in Nashville. But let's see, then we went to see a movie. We saw, what was it? I don't even remember what we saw. Oh, Tomb Raider, yeah. And then yesterday morning I went to like 3 different churches. I went to Hillview Heights Church, and Living Hope Baptist Church, and Holy Spirit Catholic Church. So I didn't stay for all of them, just kind of hung out to see what they were like a little bit, grabbed some literature, and headed out. So now I'm heading to the Shaker House and Museum just to learn a little about the Shakers and kind of reminisce on being there. But it's been great. It's been great being here in Bowling Green. I definitely don't think, as much as I have nostalgic memories and just absolutely love the place, I don't think it's where I really want to live, but it's a good thing because Laura would probably kill me if I did. Anyway, having a great time, and I'll keep you up to date as the trip progresses. Well, I wanted to make sure you got to saw some of the Kentucky countryside and the fact that there's corn and tobacco in pretty much all the fields. Tons of barns, tons of horses, and tons of silos. And it just pretty much goes forever. I mean, it's like it never ends. Shaker Museum, next left. That's where we're going. So let's see here. South Union Shaker Village. Open daily. All right, we're gonna go check it out. Okay, we're inside the Shaker house. I know that was an abrupt entry. Just learning about Shakers and stuff. Used to come here as a little kid tons of times. Totally remember this entryway. And that's the front door, and you kind of got stairs to the left and the right. And just remember coming here as a kid. It's kind of wild. It's like their meeting room. And they've got bedrooms and bathrooms and all kinds of stuff. Just kind of learning about the whole Shaker lifestyle. And kind of fun to look out on the property. Anyway, fun place to come, learn about history. Shakers lived here from 1807 to 1922. Okay, we're in the room where all the germs kind of hung out. And check out that stretcher. Pretty high end, and a little potty seat. And the wood burning stove, of course. And the medicine cabinet. The bed. Look at that back brace. Doesn't that look comfortable? And then another bed. It's kind of fun stuff. We're upstairs. There's just another bedroom, it looks like. Okay, we're out on the Shaker property now. The building that you see in front of me was used to create cheese, they said, and smoked meats, and the big building that I was just giving you a tour of is behind there. And I think this building was some other building that's now not owned by the Shaker Museum. It's owned, it's like a, looks like a Catholic retreat center. And you got your average horse field. And then here's where there used to be a barn. It looks like it says 1816 cow barn and 1847 steam house. So we'll go out here and see how much steam there is. Not sure what they were steaming. Maybe they're themselves. It says building where cow feed was cooked, an innovative technique in livestock production. And there's the drive-up window for cows to get a little something. And you've got a cow barn cistern out there where they pumped water for the cows. And looks like this was just a big cow barn. The first of 3 barns on the site. And this is just your basic steam house. I'll give you a little shot of the Kentucky horses. Alright, we're in Nashville right now. When I left Kentucky, they gave me something free as a little good present to come home with. It's called a little Southern accent. This is Opryland. Opryland, home of good times. Stopped at the liquor and tobacco store, and they given me some directions to come down to Murfreesboro Road, because on Murfreesboro Road there is the Cooker. The Cooker's got some good country cooking. Opera Mills Mall right here on the right looks kind of like the block in California, and looky there. That's not something you see every day in California. Bass Pro Shop at the mall with the Fall Hunting Classic advertised. Boats down in the parking lot. Just got off at Murfreesboro Road and a little road construction, but looks like we found one. She gave good directions to the Parkway Cooker. I remember going to the Cooker time and time again for birthdays and special occasions. It's gonna be good. Wow, I am stuffed. All right, I just got done eating at the Cooker, and I had fried catfish. Second time this trip. First time I had fried catfish was at the Cracker Barrel, and I had fried okra, which is like, I think the 3rd or 4th time I've had fried okra here. And then some mashed potatoes and gravy, which I've had that before here too. So anyway, amazing meal. And to top it off, had some sweet tea. I think I missed my turnoff for the airport. So, hold on just a second. I don't know if U-turns are legal in this area. So anyway, had some sweet tea, which was just great. I had sweet tea the other morning with like a full breakfast meal at Murray's restaurant in Bowling Green. It was awesome. I am stuffed though. So now I'm heading to the airport. It's about 2:23. My flight leaves about 3:40. Got to get the rental car back. It's been a great trip, and I think I'd like to come back, but maybe it'll be another 10 years before I go back to Bowling Green. Maybe the 20-year high school reunion, or 15-year maybe. I don't know. That would be fun. Boy, this looks like an entrance to the freeway, but it's like a gravel road. Huh. All right, so a few highlights, I would say. Things that were really exciting. We're getting to see Nathan, seeing his face that he didn't recognize me, getting to hang out with him so much. Other highlights would be seeing how different Katie Couric, Becky Adams looked. It was fun to see Bryce Page and Marlon Jones. Marlon Jones didn't have the jerry curl like he used to. Remember, I always used to stick my hand in the goop from his hair on the back of the seat going to basketball games. And I'm trying to think of any other highlights. was fun to see Lauren Waggle and Susan Dillingham and Mary Rasco, the old crew. Another huge highlight was the TC Cherry reunion picture with Chad Stahl, Darren Lacefield, Jason Frakes, Gina Goff, and who else? Krista Burford, something like that. Nathan totally missed that picture though, because he couldn't find his invitation or where to go for the reunion night. So he missed out, and we missed Mike Morris, which was a bummer. But anyway, it's been a great trip. Babe, thank you for letting me go on this. Mom and Dad, missed you having the opportunity to be here in Bowling Green with me, but hopefully this little video tour has helped you experience a little bit of it. And I think that's it. Over and out. See you later. Bye.